Welcome to the 700 Club, and thanks so much for joining with us. Well, the countdown is underway. President Trump has announced his time frame for making a decision on attacking Iran's nuclear program.
Meanwhile, Israel is keeping up its attacks on Iran's military and working to protect its citizens from Iran's missile strikes. Chris Mitchell reports the story from Jerusalem.
White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt delivered the president's message.
Based on the fact that there's a substantial chance of negotiations that may or may not take place with Iran in the near future, I will make my decision whether or not to go within the next 2 weeks.
Early today, an Iranian missile struck a residential building in the Israeli town of Beersheva. On Thursday, Iran hit a hospital in the same town and a residential neighborhood in Tel Aviv. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu visited the site of the hospital.
We're targeting military sites. We're targeting nuclear sites. We're targeting missile sites. They're targeting a hospital. In this hospital, there are patients who are immobile. They can't even move. Right next to it is a children's ward, a baby's ward, infants. They targeted.
The IDF suspects at least one Iranian missile carried multiple warheads or cluster bombs. That could create a problem for Israel because missiles with multiple warheads can pose a more difficult challenge for air defense systems like Israel's Iron Dome. The IDF continues to destroy Iranian missile launchers many times just before launching. Netanyahu addressed whether or not President Trump will decide to enter the war.
President Trump will do what's best for America. I trust his judgment. He's a tremendous friend, a tremendous world leader, a tremendous friend of Israel and the Jewish people.
Netanyahu added the U.S. is already helping a lot in defending Israel by helping to destroy incoming Iranian missiles, drones, and UAVs. Meanwhile, Israel continues its relentless bombing campaign, including hitting the Iraq heavy water reactor. Military expert, former IDF Major Elliot Shodaf marvels at what the Israeli Air Force has accomplished in less than a week.
This is unprecedented, and it's not a word that I use lightly, because it was not only taking out their air defense capability, but much more the complete clearing of what is the only battlefield today, which is the air battlefield. And so this is a one-front air war that we've never really seen anything like this in the Arab-Israeli conflict, but nothing on this scale where we, once again, have basically cleared the skies for the Israeli Air Force that's operating at will over Iran, allowing us to pick and choose our targets and damage and destroy them at will.
But Shodaf believes Israel may still need what the U.S. has in its arsenal to destroy Iran's deep underground nuclear facility at Fordow, including bunker-busting bombs and the planes to carry them.
The one thing that Israel absolutely does not have is the strategic bomber capability that the B-2 and even the B-52, but certainly the B-2 provides. Somebody asked me recently, why doesn't Israel build its own bunker busters? And the answer is because we don't have any aircraft that can carry it.
In the U.S., crowds celebrated in New Jersey as former Israeli-American hostage Idan Alexander came home, a little over a month after he was released from captivity in Gaza. But for now, here in Israel, the goal of wiping out Iran's nuclear program remains the top concern. The White House says Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a couple of weeks if Ayatollah Khamenei gave the go-ahead. Now Israel and the world await President Trump's decision on potential U.S. involvement. Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Jerusalem.